In this video, I'll teach you how to export the data from a Microsoft project file into an Excel workbook. Did you know that for many years we've been able to export our Microsoft project data into a Microsoft Excel workbook so that we could share that information with others very easily? However, the process for exporting a project file is not exactly obvious. In this video, I'll teach you how to do this the right way. So let's get started. My client for this project wants me to report on progress using a Microsoft Excel workbook. Here's how to export a Microsoft project file to Excel. Click the File tab to display the backstage and then click the Export tab. On the Export page, click the Save Project as File item. In the list of file types on the right, select Microsoft Excel Workbook and click the Save As button. In the Save As dialog, navigate to the location where you want to save the exported Excel workbook, give it a name, and then click the Save button. Microsoft Project will then open the Export Wizard dialog to walk you through the export process. Begin the process by clicking the Next button. On the Data page, leave the selected data item chosen and click the button called Next. On the Map page, initially leave the New Map item selected and then click the Next button. On the Map Options page, select the type of data you want to export. Your choices are tasks, resources, and/or assignments. I only need task data, so I'll select the tasks item. Click the Next button when ready. On the task mapping page, you'll need to select every field or column of data in Microsoft Project that you want to export to Excel. Frankly, that's a lot of work. A much easier way to do this is to import the columns from an existing table in Microsoft Project. To do this, click the Base on Table button and then select a table that contains most of the columns you want to export. For me, that would be the Entry table. So I'll select the Entry table and then click the OK button. Notice in the Task Mapping dialog that all the columns on the left side are the columns that I want to export from Microsoft Project, and all those listed on the right side will be the column names in Excel. The first thing you'll need to do with the list of columns or fields that you want to export is to delete the ones you don't want. My client does not need to see indicators, so I'll delete that. And my client certainly does not need to see task mode, so I'll delete that as well. And then finally, my client does not need to see predecessors, so I'll delete that additionally. Then your next step would be to include any columns that are not currently shown. At this point, my client would like to know the percent complete for each task in the project. So what I'm going to do is insert a new row where the duration row is currently located. I'll click the Insert Row button, and then I can click the Pick List in the new blank row and choose the column the client wants. Well, that's percent complete. You can see it'll be exported to Excel with the column name percent complete. Then down at the bottom, I'm going to add one more field. That'll be the notes field. So I'll just click the cell and I'll choose the notes item on the pick list. Once you've accumulated all of the fields that you want to export to Excel, then click the Next button. On the end of Map Definition page, you have an important choice to make. If you need to export exactly the same list of columns every time from Microsoft Project to Microsoft Excel, you need to save a map that will automatically include those columns. I'm going to do that. So I'll click the button called Save Map. Microsoft Project displays the Save Map dialog. In the dialog, give your map a name. I'm going to call this underscore client export to Excel. Underscore client export to Excel. That'll put the map up at the top of the list by using the underscore character. Then go ahead and click the Save button. And then when you're ready to export to Excel, click the Finish button. If you saved an export map the way I showed you just a moment ago, then you will find it to be much easier to do the export to Excel process on each successive export operation. Here's how you do it with the map. Click the File tab, and then click the Export tab in the Backstage. Click the Save Project as File item. Once again, select the Microsoft Excel Workbook file type and click the Save As button. Again, navigate to the location where you want to save your exported Excel workbook and give it a name, and then click the Save button. As you saw previously, Microsoft Project will then display the Export Wizard dialog. Click the Next button to start the process. Again, leave the selected data item chosen and click the button called Next. On the Map page, here's where you do something different. Select the item, Use Existing Map, and then click the Next button. In the Map Selection dialog, select the name of your export map. There's my map, Client Export to Excel. Select your export map and then click the Finish button, and Microsoft Project will automatically export all of the columns you show listed in the map to your Excel workbook. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the exported workbook in Microsoft Excel. I'll go ahead and click the Open button, and then I'll open the exported Excel workbook. When you first see the exported workbook, I think you probably want to do the following. Click the Select All button in the upper left corner of the worksheet, and then double-click the right edge of the task name column header to best fit the column width for every column in your exported workbook. Look, all the columns are here. ID number, task name, percent complete, duration, start date, finish date, resource names, and there's the notes column as well. So everything is there in the exported workbook ready to give to my client. Just between you and me, I would never give this exported Excel workbook to my client. In its current condition, it looks really amateurish. So let me give you a few tips on how you might improve the appearance of your exported Excel workbooks. What I would recommend is you first click the row number 1 row ID number to highlight the entire task name row, and then format each of the column headings in bold font. For row number 2, which is ID number 0, you probably see a blank. Row 0 is actually the project summary task. So you could just type in the name, project summary, for row 0. Also notice that in the percent complete column, every percentage value is currently stored as text. They all need to be converted to numbers so that I can format the values as percentages. Let me show you the fastest way to do this. Select the first percentage value. Then on your computer keyboard, press Control Shift down arrow, Control Shift down arrow, which will select every value in that column. Then click the floating tooltip and on the menu choose Convert to Number. At this point, every value in the percent complete column is now displayed and entered as a number. At this point, all I need to do is click the percent style button in the number section of the home ribbon to format every value as a percentage. The second thing I want you to notice is that every date in the start date and finish date column includes both the date and the time of day. That time of day business is going to drive my client crazy. So what I need to do is to remove the time of day from every date. Here's the fastest way to do that. I'll select column headers E and F to select all of the dates in the start date and finish date columns. Then on my computer keyboard, I'll press Control H, which displays the Find and Replace dialog. In the Find What field, press the space bar one time and then enter 8 o'clock a.m. In the Replace With field, leave it blank. In other words, we're going to take out the space plus 8 o'clock a.m. In the dialog, click the Replace All button, and Microsoft Project will confirm how many replacements were made, in my case, 75. Click the OK button in that confirmation dialog. Now remove everything in the Find What field and type the following. Hit the space bar and type 5 o'clock p.m. And again, click the Replace All button. Microsoft Project again will confirm how many replacements it made, in my case, 99 this time. When I click the OK button and then click Close, I am now delighted to discover that every date in the Start Date and Finish Date column is now entered as a true date. All the times of day are gone. What I would like to do now is apply some special date formatting. Here's how to do that. First of all, in the lower right corner of the number section, you will find the Number Format Dialog Launcher button. That's that little down-pointing right arrow. If you click the Number Format Dialog Launcher button, you will see the Format Cells dialog. I'm going to select the date item on the left, and I would like the date formatting to be numeric 3/14/2012, but I would like 2 digits for the month, 2 digits for the day, and 4 digits for the year. Well, I'm going to come up short on that. So let me show you a special Excel formatting trick. I'll select 3/14/2012, but then I'll click the custom item over on the left. And here in the type field, I can see that formatting. 1 digit for the month, 1 digit for the day, 4 digits for the year. I want 2 digits for the month, so I'll just add an extra M. And I want 2 digits for the day, so I'll add another D. So now the custom date formatting will be MM/DD/ and 4 Ys for the year. When I click the OK button, bingo, there, they're all formatted very nicely. Another trick you may want to do, but it's going to be a lot of work, would be trying to create the look of your WBS by indenting items. For example, the project summary task is not indented, but the scope item, the analysis item, the design item, and so forth, those are first level indent summary tasks. I can select them. Then I can click again the Number Format Dialog Launcher button. And in the Format Cells dialog, I can go to Alignment. And on the alignment page, I can change the indent level to 1. And that'll indent them. Then I could select the summary tasks for the scope section. Again, click the same button, go to the alignment tab, and I could make the indent level 2. Now, I can tell you that would be a lot of work, very labor intensive. If you know Excel VBA, what you could do is in your export map, include the Microsoft project column called Outline Level, which will be 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you could use your Excel VBA to read the outline level number and then automatically indent the tasks appropriately. So I can tell you it's a bit of work, but already I'm creating a good-looking Excel workbook for my client. Now you know how to export your Microsoft project data into a Microsoft Excel workbook. As always, I sure hope you found this video to be useful to you. If you did, be sure and like, share, subscribe, and maybe even leave a comment. And if you'd like to hire me to train your organization's project managers and schedulers on using Microsoft Project, please leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you right away about that. And as always, I'll see you in my next video.